Go ahead. Go.
Okay. 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 Sorry, I'm really nervous. I don't know why.
Go.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Michael will start the time when you actually start. So
Okay,
you're
I'm
fine.
sorry.
No, I'm just saying, don't, it's okay. Your time isn't like rolling. You could get your composure. It's okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm Alexandria Moore, and this is my TOK presentation. So I was looking through the TOK textbook, and when in doubt and you don't know what to talk about, go to the TOK textbook. It's like the Bible for me right now. So I was thinking, like, what is perception? And in the sense perception area of the book, they had this quote, and it says, "A popular and understandable theory about perception goes something like this. You open your eyes and presto, you enjoy a richly detailed picture, like experience of the world, one that represents people and things in sharp focus, uniform detail, and high resolution from the center out to the periphery. Let us call this snapshot model of sense perception." I was thinking of this, and when I think of sense perception, at least to myself, I usually think of sight, because I use it all the time. And I can't imagine what it would be like to not have sight. And with this, for sense perception, it, to me, focuses on sight, because it says when you open your eyes, and it gives an account of what you see around you. And so, kind of going along those lines, I was thinking of technology, and right now, I don't know, my personal view on technology, I find it that texting, if I text someone a lot, I feel like I don't have the same communication as face-to-face would be. And so I got some of these pictures just off Google, but there's a picture of a family like watching TV, there's a little girl on her phone, cell phones, iPods, a computer. So I was gonna just open it up to anyone. What are your thoughts about maybe sense perception and technology? Does it have any limitations, or does it help enable maybe sight and sound? Richie?
I mean, this is really personal for me, because like a lot of my family lives back in Bangladesh, and like when I talk to them on the phone, I literally hate talking to them on the phone. It's like I will talk for a minute and say hi and bye. That's the conversation. And what they ate, for some odd reason, is what we do. But then I'll pass the phone off. But whenever we're on Skype, I feel like there's such a huge like difference. Like I can talk to them for a good hour about nothing. Like we could be talking about how Skype works, even though we really don't care. But we will still be talking because I have that face-to-face connection. It really is something different.
Yeah, Leslie?
I think, well, this isn't directly related to sense, but with technology, I think it creates the perception of a really small world, because you can so easily like text someone in California or call someone in Bangladesh or Skype them or email them. And with the news, we have news from Asia, Europe, Africa, like everywhere. So I think for a lot of people who don't venture out of their own little bubble, I think it creates the perception of a really small world, which can kind of warp their views.
Yeah, it definitely having the technology to talk to people across the world and continent and stuff, it really has made a difference. I know for myself, I'm able to learn more things about places that I maybe wouldn't have been able to easily have the connection to. But at the same time, I think that, at least for myself, talking to friends that live just down the street, constantly on text messaging, it's definitely taken away how we interact face to face. And I think it's taken away that personal connection, even though we're so close. Okay, so my question was, relationship between technology and sense perception, and which kind of goes about what we just talked about. But I was looking online. I love TED Talks, and I found a TED Talk about this guy, Neil Hartmanson. He was born colorblind and sees only in grayscale, and he now has an eye board that allows him to hear colors and even the colors that are beyond our range of sight. And I just thought this was really cool. And I'm going to actually show you a quick little video. Do you want me to? Wait, that wasn't right. The big here.
And the volume's off on the
Wait.
on the video.
I already need technology and
The names you give for each color, so I had to memorize the notes. But after some time, all this information became a perception. I didn't have to think about the notes. And after some time, this perception became a feeling. I started to have favorite colors, and I started to dream in colors. So when I started to dream in color is when I felt that the software and my brain had united. Because in my dreams, it was my brain creating electronic sound. It wasn't the software. So that's when I started to feel like a cyborg. It's when I started to feel that the cybernetic device was no longer a device. It had become a part of my body, an extension of my senses. And after some time, it even became a part of my official image. This is my passport from 2004. You're not allowed to appear on UK passports with electronic equipment, but I insisted to the passport office that what they were seeing was actually a new part of my body, an extension of my brain, and they finally accepted me to appear with a passport photo. So life has changed dramatically since I hear color. Color is almost everywhere. So biggest changes, for example, is going to an art gallery. I can listen to a Picasso, for example. So it's like going to a concert hall because I can listen to the painting. And supermarkets, I find this is very shocking, very, very attractive to walk along a supermarket. It's like going to a nightclub. It's full of different, especially the aisle with cleaning products. It's just also, the way I dress has changed. Before I used to dress in a way that it looked good. Now I dress in a way that it sounds good.
That's so cool.
You didn't accidentally thing.
Is that how that
Yeah, it actually is. They started out. He's had several different ones, but it actually there's a chip behind his ear, and the actual part in front of him, it sends different frequencies from different colors. He can just look at a different color, and the frequency, he had to learn what color goes with which frequency to learn to see color or hear color. So I just thought this quote would be appropriate. There's more to seeing than just meets the eye. Because he's not able to see in real color, but it's just fascinating that he's able, with the technology that we have, he's extended his sense perception to be able to hear color, which is very unique. So this is what he calls his condition right now, and he says that it's an extra sense because it relates the color to sound objectivity instead of just the sound variances. And this is actually what the notes are. He started with like the music scale to be able to relate the